Security was a major cause for concern as Nigerians prepared for the last general elections. Although the Muhammadu Buhari administration had claimed successes in reducing the impact of insecurity like terrorism, banditry and oil theft across the country, the reality remains that Nigerians still felt insecure and the economy was struggling. And so when Nigerians went to the polls in 2023 to elect a president to lead the country for the next 4 years, a critical factor was voting a person who will prioritize and end insecurity. Then, President Bola Tinubu won the election. 2 years on as the Commander-in-Chief of the nation's armed forces, President Tinubu has made several appointments, among which is the selection of Nuhu Ribadu, a former policeman, to steer the nation's affairs as the National Security Advisor. It is a decision which returned security back to the hands of civilians, encouraging them to play critical roles. Delivering a scorecard at the All Progressive Congress's summit, themed Renewed Hope Agenda, the journey so far, Ribadu said the military and intelligence agencies had made gains in ongoing counter-terrorism efforts, especially with the killing of over 13,500 insurgents and criminals during various operations nationwide over the last 2 years of the Tinubu administration.
In the Northeast, Mr. President, why it all started over 20 years ago, the Boko Haram, the jihadis, over 13,543 terrorists and criminals neutralized since we came in. Over 124,408 Boko Haram ISWAP fighters and family members surrendered.
To contain economic sabotage and increase Nigeria's oil production, its main source of revenue, the Minister of Defense Muhammadu Badaru says security agencies have ensured that oil production is increased from 1.2 million barrels per day in January 2023 to averagely 1.8 million barrels per day at the moment.
In the South-South region, troops under Operation Delta Safe have discovered and destroyed about 3,849 dug-out pits that is used for the storage of stolen crude oil before processing.
This claims by the Tinubu administration comes amid Nigeria's ongoing battle with insurgents, bandits and separatist groups across multiple theaters of violence, with some senators alleging political undertone to the rise in insecurity. Despite repeated claims of degrading Boko Haram, security agencies continue to grapple with attacks, ambush and bombings. Precisely, the past 3 months have seen a resurgence of violence, especially in the northeast, northwest and north central.
Our local government area of Borno State consists of over 300 towns and villages. And now we are having only one standing village. If we cannot maintain one standing village, that means we lost a whole local government area.
Evaluating this paradox or seeming contradiction about the government's claims of success in ending insecurity amid the rising spate of attacks across several states, analysts say Nigeria's challenge of insecurity has often taken a political dimension. The basic proposition by some analysts is that there is often a relapse in the country's security depending on the ethnicity of the person in power. They allege that some persons from particular tribes are inclined to work against government administrations headed by persons from a different tribe.
It has been politicized, and nobody can deny that fact. You see some disgruntled politicians, using the security situation as a bait to demonize the government, to diminish the military, and they do this with the hope that if they, for instance, diminish the military and then, bring them to some level of public ridicule, that they're getting at the government.
In the last 2 decades, that those who are presiding over our countries will know somebody who is causing harm to the citizenry and who is dislocating our economy, and will not nab the person. So I don't think it's political. I think that it is one of those fallout of economic conditions that had not been so favorable to the citizenry, and the lack of a social security network.
As the Tinubu administration commemorates its second year in office amidst the inherited chaos and the renewed crisis in various states, correspondents have commended its clarity of purpose. This is needed to strategize against some of the enablers of insecurity, like the jihadist fury in the Sahel, political instability in neighboring countries causing illicit flow of arms, and climate-driven conflicts wrecking the region. The charge is for all Nigerians to be committed to the task of securing the nation and join in the rebuilding process, brick by brick, to reclaim the country from the grips of anarchy. Ferdinand Duroha, Arise News.